So this is our website, right? You can see we have this fidget, very interesting. I absolutely love
So this is
sunflowers.
Talk
And
to Vera. Talk to
Vera is our our hero product. This is how you can talk to it, right? We have given you a lot of options to discuss. I mean, you can talk to Vera about everything that comes under the ambit of mental wellness, but to help.
तो जब हम मेंटल हेल्थ की बात करते हैं, जब हम थेरेपी की बात करते हैं, द मेजर कंसर्न इज द सेफ, द कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी एंड द प्राइवेसी. तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो इट फ्रॉम यू कि किस तरीके से गोदाई वेलनेस इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द प्राइवेसी एंड कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ऑफ द यूजर्स.
हमने जो भी अपने चैटबॉट को ट्रेन करा है, दैट इज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आवर ओन सिंथेटिक डेटा सेट, राइट. हमने किसी का भी डेटा सेट, एक्चुअल डेटा सेट यूज़ नहीं करा. हमने अपनी टीम ऑफ साइकोलॉजिस्ट एंड साइकेट्रिस्ट के साथ मिलकर अपना खुद का एक डेटा सेट बनाया है. और
आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू सी कि इंडिया में ऐसे एप्लीकेशंस लॉन्च हो रहे हैं. पीपल आर वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स मेंटल हेल्थ एंड टेक्नोलॉजी.
A little bit about Manaswi. Manaswi is a lawyer, and she has launched an initiative in the mental health space recently that we are going to hear it from her. So the very first thing, Manaswi, I would like to know from you is what led you, what was the drive, or if there was any inspiration for you to enter the mental health, emotional wellness space.
Okay. So there's a very interesting backstory actually attached to it. So I was I'm a product of Faculty of Law, Delhi University. I completed my law back in 2020, and I was initially working for approximately 6 to 7 months. I was litigating. Uh, but during that period in 2021, I faced certain personal losses. Um, Lost few family members and other few things that happened in my personal life, and it kind of impacted my overall mental health to another level. I was diagnosed with depression along with suicidal tendencies, and I was completely non-functional for approximately 6 months to 8 months. It was one of the darkest phase of my life because uh, I feel in India, nobody, it's not even about just India. I think everywhere, nobody really, tells you how mental health is supposed to work. You're not really aware of all the consequences that a bad mental health can lead you to. Nobody like talks to you about depression, anxiety, or stress, and so it was new for me as well. It was a very different type of a battle, and it it used to feel as if my mind is playing tricks of its own. And it took me approximately 3 years to finally accept the fact that, okay, I am in depression and I need to take medications for it because I was clinically diagnosed. So I was supposed to take medication since 2022, but because of a lot of misconceptions around medicines and a lot of, fear of judgment, I honestly couldn't bring myself to the point where I could start taking help. I thought this is something which is probably in my mind, and I am the only person who can deal with it in my own way. And that was the worst, decision that I took for my mental health because this was something which needed help, which needed assistance. So fast forward, 2024 was when I decided to, listen to the third psychiatrist that I met, and he put me on medications, and I was doing fairly well. And that's when I realized that medical, specifically when we talk about mental health, it's such a uh, sidelined and ignored aspect of our well-being that nobody really wants to talk about it. There's a stereotype, there's a hush hush conversation that revolves around it. Nobody wants to become a part of it. Nobody actively wants to help anybody else, get out of that zone. And also, I could feel that there are very limited number of resources available for something as serious as mental health, which basically collapses your whole well-being. If your mind isn't keeping well, you can't even get out of your own bed. There were days when I couldn't even brush my teeth because that also used to become a task for me. So because of all of that I endured, and because of everything that I was through, I decided that this is something that I would want my mind to be occupied with. I would want to work probably in this particular aspect. And also, since I'm a lawyer by profession, so I have seen a lot of cases. I've seen what even, we don't talk about the mental health of litigants, we don't talk about mental health of petitioners, but I have seen very closely what stress, what anxiety, what constant back and forth, like, all of those battles they do to a person's mind. So that is when I met my co founder. His name is Kuldeep Jangir. He's from IIT Jodhpur. And he also wanted to work on something which was meaningful, which could leave some impact. And that's how we collaborated. We, went around, we asked uncomfortable questions to a lot of people. And that's when we decided that this is something which probably could really, really benefit people around us. And this is something that is exciting for us as a space also. Because I feel there's a lot of resources when we talk about people who are clinically diagnosed, but there's nothing for people to rest in between. So, for instance, I was not very comfortable with the idea of therapy, right? But there was nothing which existed for me which could be probably not a substitute for therapy, but which could probably make me ready for it. And that's how Vera came into existence. Because as we always claim, Vera is not a therapeutic, you know, uh, it is not a substitute for therapy. It's more like an emotional wellness buddy, and it just helps you rest in that safe spot.
I just want to mention here that Vaira is the AI tool, the
Yeah.
AI application that is.
So Vera is AI chatbot of Godai Wellness.
Yes, please do continue. So sorry.
So yeah, so it's just so that's how Godai Wellness came into existence. We wanted to build a whole AI ecosystem around mental health, and that's where AI chatbot Vera came into play. It started with 24/7 assistance to people uh, who want something very similar to therapy, but not exactly therapy, but they wanted that at their own pace, at their own comfort. They did not want to go out for it, and they did not want to probably rely on another human being to get better, and that was okay, you know. But at the same time, Vera doesn't provide any clinical diagnosis. Vera does not prescribe any medications. It is keeping in mind that it's just there to assist you, it's just there to listen to you, and it's just there to probably provide you a safe space when you're feeling overwhelmed. So yeah, so that's how Godai came into play.
Firstly, I would really appreciate you sharing your personal story and how you led to the foundation of Godai Wellness, a mental health space. And as you mentioned about this AI tool, Vera, I can
Yeah,
see that this is a crucial part of Godai Wellness, if I have got that right. So I
absolutely
would
right.
love to take us to the website and give us a short tour to the website and how one can use Vera, the hero of Godai Wellness.
So this is our website, right? You can see we have this fidget, very interesting. I absolutely love sunflowers, and for some reason, I wanted them to be a part of Godai's journey.
Hmm.
And recently, only I learned a very interesting fact about sunflowers. So before we proceed further, I would like to, share that with you. So sunflowers are linked with mental health in certain ways. I
Okay.
had absolutely no idea about this. I also got to know about this from another therapist friend of mine, and she was like, I thought you use this on deliberation. I was like, I did not know that sunflowers are somehow linked to the whole concept of mental health. And that is why Van Gogh also, in his final days, started painting sunflowers. It was more like a cry for help for his mental state,
Hmm.
precisely. And I have a very soft spot for them. So this is why they have been very important for us, sunflowers. Now, so this is how our Talk to Vera looks like, the whole chat window, specifically when you're using it through your phone, because As I mentioned, Vera is like Godai Wellness is available on both Play Store as well as Android. That is like Play Store as well as iOS. Uh, so you can use it, you can download it, and this is how it will look. Apart from that, these are some of the reasons that we wanted Godai to come into existence so that it is always available. It serves as a safe haven for people. Uh, it has no prejudice, no preassumptions. It is absolutely there to help you out whichever way you want, right? Apart from that, we have other features which support our hero product, that is Vera. We have a journaling, that is reflective journaling feature. Through
Hmm.
this feature, we try to give people a space to vent, and that space is not limited to a book or pen or to the four walls of their own home. It can be created anywhere, right? So, for example, you're in office, you're feeling overwhelmed, you can absolutely use the journaling feature to vent out your suppressed emotions. Apart from that, we have a SOS comfort button, which is one of our another very important features. So through SOS feature, what we try to curb is the rate of suicide. Now, as somebody who has been into that phase, as somebody who has been dealing with suicidal tendencies for all these years, I understand how severe and how triggering that situation can be. A lot of times you're not even ready to talk to a friend. A lot of times you do not know whom to contact, how to reach out for help. You don't need to do anything. You are simply talking to Vera. We have already uh, fed some of the triggering words when we were training Vera, right? So they are somehow available on the data set that has trained Vera. So whenever Vera is speaking to you and Vera feels that you are feeling triggered, you are anxious, you are into that self-harming or critical zone or mental state of mind, Vera would reach out to a trusted contact of yours that you would be providing to us at the time of onboarding. So whenever you create an account with Godai, you have to give one trusted contact, which would serve as your emergency contact. And
Okay.
Vera would reach out to this contact whenever it feels that you're not keeping well to give them a notification that you should check up on this person, right? You can do that on your own as well. So that is the uh, whole idea behind SOS. Then there are grounding techniques. Grounding techniques again talks about breathing work. It talks about guided meditation videos and a lot of physical activities and exercises that you can also do when you're feeling anxious or you're not feeling well.
Okay.
Because there are not a lot of resources available online. We just wanted to make it very handy for people. You can even create your own boxes which can help you. Like there's a technique called memory box that can help you really, really ground yourself whenever you're feeling very distressed.
Hmm.
Then mood and trigger tracking. It is again very important because it helps you track your progress. It helps you track your uh, mental state. It helps you track your mood rhythm, and it also makes you aware as to is your mental wellness, is your mental health getting better or is it deteriorating with time? Whatever it is, it can give you a very clear insight into it, right? Uh, these are other things that we are planning to launch after a point of time. But I think right now, what would be more helpful would be if we can somehow, uh, you know, uh, log in. So let me quickly show that to you. So I was already logged in. That is why it's very much visible, right? So this is Talk to Vera. I'll just show you a sample. Just a second. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yes. So this is Talk to Vera. Talk to Vera is our our hero product. This is how you can talk to it, right? We have given you a lot of options to discuss. I mean, you can talk to Vera about everything that comes under the ambit of mental wellness, but to help you further and just to make it even easier for you, we have provided all of these categories that you can easily talk about. For example, I'm overthinking. I can click on this, right? And I can start talking to Vera. So Vera will ask you what's on your mind today, and then you have a lot of prompts. You can use those prompts to initiate a conversation, or you can absolutely talk to it on your own,
Hmm. Okay.
right? So the more you talk to it, the more it will try to make your experience better and personalized. And also, there is one thing that we have added in Vera, which a lot of generic uh, GPTs do not have, and that is we have made sure that Vera calls you back. So, for instance,
Okay.
Vera feels that there is certain, what do you call it? For example, whatever you're feeling might be very very harsh, or it could somehow harm you or somebody very close to you. Then Vera would call you out. It will not keep on adding fuel to your delusions, right? So we try to do that because we feel that a lot of times these things don't happen, and so people get into that delusional state of mind, and the GPTs, they keep on adding more to it. Then there is private journaling. uh, you can absolutely write whatever you want. We have called it thought capsule. You can enter your title, write your thoughts, you can discard, save, whatever you want to do with it, right? um, the best thing is whatever data you feed to it, like whatever you are adding to it, you can absolutely delete it. So it is for your own perusal. You can delete it whenever you want, right? Then there is mood and sleep tracker. How are you feeling today? Show me my mood chart. uh, I hope it doesn't gives out any of my nervous breakdowns. But yes, so this is how it will show your mood journey throughout the month, right? You can check for the last 6 months, right? And this is how you will be feeding data to it. How are you feeling today on a ratio? We have made it as simple as we could for the user, so that the user doesn't need to do a lot, right? He just needs to come, he just needs to be active, and he just needs to be present while using the app. हम उनको ज्यादा तंग या परेशान नहीं करना चाहते, बिकॉज आई फील कि जब हम मेंटल वेलनेस की बात करते हैं ना, तो वी डू नॉट नीड अ लॉट ऑफ ब्लफ. व्हाट वी नीड इज कम से कम इंफॉर्मेशन लो, बट हमें बेटर फील कराओ, समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो आवर्स ऑफ स्लीप आपने डाल दिया, क्वालिटी डाल दिया, कुछ भी ऑप्शंस हैं तो आपने वो डाल दिया, देन यू कैन लॉग योर मूड, राइट? इट विल हेल्प इन मेकिंग वेरा मोर पर्सनलाइज फॉर यू, बिकॉज वेरा ये चीज को एनालाइज करके देख सकती है कि आपको कैसे नजेस की जरूरत है, हाउ यू आर फीलिंग. Then we have like a whole twisted quiz. ये quiz जो है, it will help you understand how's your brain working, what you are feeling, and इसमें 10 questions है, उसके बाद में analysis देते हैं, और इसको हमने थोड़ा आयुर्वेदिक angle दिया हुआ है. So for example, once you complete those 10 questions, तो ये आपको आपका element बताता है कि is it fire, is it water, is it earth, is it like what exactly, what's your personality type and what might work best for you. उसके आगे वो solutions भी provide करता है. So it is like that. Then grounding techniques, as I said, कुछ physical है, right? Butterfly hug, cold face splash. Some things are very very simple to do, but awareness नहीं है, तो लोगों को पता नहीं है कि हम ये चीजें कर सकते हैं to feel instantly better, right? Then breathing exercises hai. You can do box breathing with the app. We have tried to make it very, very simple for you. Meditation hai. We can provide you with guided meditation videos. We can give you exercises, and mental wellness पे भी videos है, right?
Okay.
And in fact, when you're talking to Vera, अगर उसको ऐसा लग रहा है you're not keeping well, तो वो अपने आप ही आपको ग्रामीण टेक्निक्स के पास ले आएगी कि ये अब, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरी तबियत, आई एम फीलिंग एंशियस और आई एम नॉट कीपिंग वेल, तो वेरा विल टेल मी कि बॉक्स ब्रीदिंग कर लो मनस्वी, इट विल काम
Okay.
यू डाउन. सो आपको बता रही है एंड आपको रीडायरेक्ट करके ला रही है. एंड देन इज योर एसओएस हेल्प, जो मैंने बताया कि आप इस पे खुद भी क्लिक कर सकते हो, और क्लिक करने पर वो बोलेगा कि हमारे पास 20 सेकेंड्स है, आपको कैंसिल करना है तो आप कैंसिल कर दो, एंड देन यू कैन यस आई वांट टू कैंसिल, राइट? वरना वो खुद भी भेज सकते हो, ये मैसेज जाएगा, हाय आई नीड हेल्प, आई एम नॉट फीलिंग सेफ और वेल राइट नाउ, प्लीज चेक इन विद मी, लोकेशन शेयर्ड विया गुडाई, राइट? सो ऑलरेडी शेयरिंग लोकेशन आल्सो. तो दिस इज व्हाट आवर होल प्लेटफॉर्म इज. एंड अभी हम अपने प्रोटोटाइप पे हैं. अभी हमारी बीटा यूजर्स ही हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म को बेटर बना रहे हैं. उनके थ्रू हमें बहुत सारे डेटा सेट्स, बहुत सारी चीजें मिल रही हैं, एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव बीन डूइंग. तो this is the whole platform.
So, yeah, a really well thought, holistic platform for wellness is what I want to say. काफी research
Thank
करके
you so
and
much.
a lot of things that you have added which can prove it to be a user friendly thing of course. और एक बात जो मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि the SOS thing, the SOS application that you have entered here is really wonderful, क्योंकि when we are in the state of feeling vulnerable, काफी डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है टू टाइप अ मैसेज एंड टू सीक हेल्प, एंड दैट
हम्म
विल रियली हेल्प अगर एक टेम्पलेट ऑलरेडी वहां पे अवेलेबल है पर्सन के लिए. सो
हम्म
दैट इज वंडरफुल. या आई मीन I'm just into the into the Godai Wellness right now. So I'm just processing all the features that you have shown me. So
I'm so glad you liked it because I think a lot of times what we have seen is कि आई थिंक शिपानी बट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स ना कि जब आप कोई प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हो,
हम्म.
अगर उस प्रोडक्ट में आप अपना खुद का एसेंस डाल के एंड आप ऐसे बिल्ड करो लाइक व्हाट यू माइट नीड एज अ यूजर, एंड
सही
ऐसी कोई
बात है.
चीज जो शायद आपकी हेल्प करे, तो
या.
आप फिर भी वो पेन पॉइंट समझ सकते हो जो शायद यूजर के लिए बहुत प्रोमिनेंट है इस टाइम पे, राइट? लाइक आई कुड अंडरस्टैंड गुदाईज जर्नी बेटर बिकॉज आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू दैट जर्नी पर्सनली.
हम्म.
I knew
हम्म.
what it meant to, feel the way I was feeling. And I knew कि uh, a lot of people like me जिनके पास शायद इस चीज को लेकर आज की डेट में वो एवेन्यूज नहीं होंगे, जो शायद मेरे जितने लकी नहीं होंगे कि वो डॉक्टर के पास जा पाए या फिर मेडिकेशन ले पाए, दे दे वुड बी स्ट्रगलिंग विद इट. और काफी लोगों को तो ये भी नहीं पता होगा कि हम स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. मतलब फॉर देम ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रीजंस वी एडेड द क्विज वाज आल्सो टू मेक पीपल अंडरस्टैंड कि uh, even if you're struggling, even if you don't have a term for it, try the quiz. You might be able to understand what is happening with your mind right now. मूड एंड स्लीप एनालिसिस का भी हमने रोल प्ले से इसीलिए रखा हुआ है इतना इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज वी नो व्हेन पीपल आर एबल टू ट्रैक देयर डेली ट्रैजेक्टरी ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ, तो उनके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट और इजी हो जाता है एनालाइज करना कि ओके फाइन, समथिंग इज रॉन्ग विद मी, इट्स नॉट
हम्म.
जस्ट इन माई हेड, राइट?
हम्म. हम्म.
बिकॉज गुदाई को हमने मेडिकल रीजंस के लिए बनाया ही नहीं. गुदाई आई थिंक उसमें बहुत ऑलरेडी हमारे साइकेट्रिस्ट, थेरेपिस्ट, individuals like you, आप खुद भी psychologist हो. I'm sure you guys are doing tremendous job in that. We do not need much of it, yes, but we need AI to somehow uh, reduce your workload. Because I feel you, even medical professionals जो भी हैं जिनसे हमारी बात भी हुई है, and I think आपके और मेरी भी इस बारे में बात हुई थी एक बार, कि वर्कलोड बहुत है बिकॉज पेशेंट्स बहुत हैं और जो मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर्स हैं वो बहुत कम है,
हम्म. हम्म.
राइट?
हम्म.
So we're just trying to somehow support that workload. And at the same time, we're also trying to give voice to that gray area जो भी diagnosed नहीं है medically, but उनको पता है कि कुछ तो बहुत गड़बड़ है. But वो at the same time, uh, because medically diagnosed में तो वो दवाइयाँ नहीं लेना चाहते, वो therapies के लिए नहीं जाना चाहते. They are still, against that idea. तो उनके लिए जो एक gray area है, उसमें we are trying to help. That is the whole point around this.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, a very responsible approach, यही मैं कहना चाहूंगी यहाँ पे. But still, I mean, there is some form of concern लोगों में जो है. तो जब हम मेंटल हेल्थ की बात करते हैं, जब हम थेरेपी की बात करते हैं, द मेजर कंसर्न इज द सेफ, द कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी एंड द प्राइवेसी. तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो इट फ्रॉम यू कि किस तरीके से गोदाई वेलनेस इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द प्राइवेसी एंड कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ऑफ द यूजर्स, द
Hmm.
इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द डेटा एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द यूजर्स.
Okay. So see, being a lawyer, I'm audible, right?
यस, यस यू
Being
आर.
a lawyer, I understand कि AI को लेकर अभी तक हमारे मतलब ऑनेस्टली लॉ में एआई को लेकर अभी तक बहुत स्ट्रिंजेंट गाइडलाइंस नहीं आई हैं, राइट? ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत बहुत स्ट्रीमलाइंड नहीं है अभी तक कुछ. एवरीथिंग इज जस्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ गाइडलाइंस. कोई ऐसा बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग लॉ नहीं बना है. सो कहीं ना कहीं व्हेन वी आर बिल्डिंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स लाइक दीज, तो कहीं ना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हम पर आ जाती है. एंड इट बिकम्स इट बिकम्स आर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू केटर टू इट इन अ वे कि वो किसी तरीके से भी यूजर के लिए डिट्रीमेंटल ना हो, स्पेसिफिकली व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट privacy and सिक्योरिटी
Confidentiality,
कंसर्न्स,
right?
या एज यू मेंशन्ड। तो फॉर अस हमने उसके लिए बहुत बेसिक बेसिक चीजें भी स्टार्ट करी है,
Okay.
बिकॉज हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट था वो ये था कि हम यूजर की कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन अपने पास नहीं रखना चाहते। वी वेरी स्ट्रांगली अंडरस्टैंड कि मेंटल हेल्थ में ऑलरेडी एक यूजर जब किसी प्लेटफॉर्म के साथ अपने डीपेस्ट ऑफ थॉट्स और इमोशन शेयर कर रहा है, तो वो इसी व्हाट डू कॉल इट, इसी ट्रस्ट के साथ शेयर कर रहा है कि शायद वो आगे लीक ना हो, राइट। सो वी हैव मेड श्योर दैट हम उतना ही मांगे यूजर से डेटा जितना हमारे लिए जरूरी है। वी डू नॉट आस्क फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ नॉन एसेंशियल डेटा पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम इट। हम जो भी उनकी वेरा के साथ कन्वर्जेशन है उसको कहीं पर भी ट्रैक नहीं करते। हमने जो भी अपने चैटबॉट को ट्रेन करा है, दैट इज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ आवर ओन सिंथेटिक डेटा सेट, राइट। हमने किसी का भी डेटा सेट, एक्चुअल डेटा सेट यूज नहीं करा। हमने अपनी टीम ऑफ साइकोलॉजिस्ट एंड साइकेट्रिस्ट के साथ मिलकर अपना खुद का एक डेटा सेट बनाया है और ऑल पॉसिबल सिचुएशंस दैट कैन हैपन, स्पेसिफिकली व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इंडियन कंटेक्स्ट, राइट। इंडियन मेंटल हेल्थ के जो कंटेक्स्ट से चीज़ें हो सकती हैं उनको मिलाकर वी हैव क्रिएटेड दिस डेटा, एंड इट हैज़ बीन क्रिएटेड प्रिसाइजली इसी पर्पस के लिए। बट किसी का डेटा हमने किसी यूजर का डेटा यूज नहीं करा। देन अगेन वी आर ऑल्सो टेकिंग कंसेंट फ्रॉम देम, राइट। तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई भी ऐसी सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन है जो वो शेयर कर रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ट्रस्टेड कॉन्टैक्ट या एनीथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट्स, तो दे हैव टू गिव एक्सप्लिसिट कंसेंट कि हम ये यूज कर रहे हैं और ये हम एनालिसिस या किसी चीज के लिए यूसेज डाला जाएगा, दे आर गिविंग देयर कंसेंट टू इट। देन हमने हर चीज़ बहुत स्ट्रांगली इंक्रिप्टेड रखी है, राइट। हमने वी मेड श्योर कि ऐसा देयर इज नो वे कि आप इंटरसेप्शन या डेटा ब्रीचेस कर पाओ, मतलब ऐसा कुछ होना नहीं चाहिए। तो वी हैव केप्ट इट वेरी वेरी स्ट्रिक्टली कॉन्फिडेंशियल। देन बहुत जगह हमने डेटा, इनफैक्ट अगर हमें कुछ पर्पसेस के लिए यूज़ भी करना है या फिर हमें आगे फॉर एग्जांपल एनालिसिस या रिसर्च के लिए यूज़ भी करना है, तो वी हैव केप्ट इट इन अ वे कि जो हमारा डेटा है इट इज़ केप्ट वेरी अनोनिमस, बहुत अनोनिमस रख के हम उसको वी आर मेकिंग श्योर कि इट डजेंट ब्रीच इन यूजर्स प्रिवेसी, राइट।
Hmm.
एंड अगेन एज आई ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड, हमारा एक कंट्रोल्ड एक्सेस है। हमारा एक कंट्रोल्ड यूजर के पास पूरा ही कंट्रोल है, पूरा राइट है कि वो अपनी पूरी की पूरी चैट्स को, अपने व्हाट यू कॉल इट, जर्नल्स को, सबको डिलीट कर सकता है, अपने लॉग्स को डिलीट कर सकता है। इफ द यूजर वांट्स टू टेक द लॉग्स टू द साइकियाट्रिस्ट और थेरेपिस्ट टू शो हिज और हर रिकवरी, तो उनके पास वो ऑप्शन भी है। और उनको नहीं दिखाना, किसी को डिलीट करना है, तो उनके पास वो ऑप्शन भी है। So it
Okay.
is completely at the discretion of the user. And also we are doing a lot of third party compliances. A lot of them are in the pipelines as well, because we are we are, for us security and privacy is one of the utmost important चीजें इस टाइम पे। तो we are focusing very much on that. तो मिनिमल डेटा के साथ, यूजर को वो यूजर डिस्क्रिशन के साथ, यूजर को अथॉरिटी देने के साथ, stringent policies बनाने के साथ, this is what we are doing on our part to minimize their concerns to as much as we can.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. मतलब the way you were mentioning it, मुझे खुद को काफी सेफ प्लेटफॉर्म लग रहा है वो यूज करने में, नॉट जस्ट saying it just for the sake of saying, but I mean it happens that way. No, I mean when we are actually having a conversation, we feel the energy and we can feel uh, how genuine it is when we know who the people are behind, like the faces behind any particular organization or any particular such application. तो मुझे काफी safe and genuine platform लग रहा है. I would definitely appeal the audience to go ahead and use Vaira. It will be a great start, and it will really help Godai Wellness to also grow more. And all the very best to Godai Wellness and the new ventures you are going to enter into. So yes, I am really happy to see कि इंडिया में ऐसे applications launch हो रहे हैं. People are working towards mental health and technology. So yeah,
I think
so
before we end this, I would just like to again just add to your appeal that right now I think Godai is in beta, but we need as much feedback from users at this point of time as we can get. मतलब हमारे लिए इस टाइम पे अपने प्रोडक्ट को बेटर करना, अपने प्रोटोटाइप को बेटर करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड ऑनेस्टली वी आर जस्ट लर्निंग अबाउट इट. मतलब जितना भी हम बोल दें कि अच्छा ठीक है, लेट्स ट्रेन इट थ्रू अ सिंथेटिक डेटा, ये कर लेते हैं वो कर लेते हैं, बट जब तक एक्चुअल यूजर फीडबैक नहीं देगा वी कांट मेक इट एज मच लाइक एज गुड एज वी वुड वांट इट टू बिकम, राइट. मतलब उसके लिए वी नीड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, अ लॉट ऑफ फीडबैक या क्रिटिसिज्म, वट एवर इट इज, कि ये अच्छा नहीं है, ये प्रॉब्लम दे रहा है, वो इशू है, ये इशू है, सो दैट वी कैन वर्क ऑन इट एंड वी कैन work on it even faster, right? तो आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू अपील टू पीपल दैट अगर आप मेंटल हेल्थ वाली स्पेस में हो या फिर अगर आप उस सिचुएशन में हो वेर यू माइट वांट टू यूज समथिंग विच कैन हेल्प यू रिलीव दैट स्ट्रेस और दैट एंजाइटी, स्पेसिफिकली जब डेली बेसिस का स्ट्रेस एंजाइटी है, वर्क रिलेटेड है, रिलेशनशिप रिलेटेड है, वट एवर इट इज, फैमिली रिलेटेड है, आई वुड रिकमेंड कि एक बार गोदाई ट्राई करो. इट्स कंप्लीटली फ्री राइट नाउ. इट्स जस्ट अ प्रोटोटाइप. हम इस टाइम पे बीटा पे हैं, बट अपने जो भी इनपुट्स हैं, चाहे पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, प्लीज लेट अस नो. लिंक्डइन पे बता सकते हैं, मेल पे बता सकते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे बता सकते हैं, यूट्यूब कमेंट्स में बता सकते हैं. वी आर अवेलेबल एवरीवेयर, बट वी वुड लव टू लिसन फ्रॉम देम, actual reviews, actual feedback, and that is all. आई थिंक दैट इज बिकॉज दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट जो लोगों के लिए, तो लोगों को पसंद आएगा तो ही इसका बनने का फायदा है. सो दैट्स व्हाट ट्राइंग टू डू.
absolutely true. I agree. So yeah, that was it from my side. That was it from my side. So it was really wonderful knowing you and the story behind launching Godai Wellness, Vaira. So all the very best and thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.